Javed, at this point, we're talking about the unconventional ways that the Aam Aadmi Party has used, from using social media to some of their guerrilla tactics. But once they are in the opposition, which is the likelihood that seems at this point, do you think that's going to change? Is that the USP of the Aam Aadmi Party, or will they have to become more politically correct, if I might use that word?
You know, in a way, it's good for them that they haven't been able to form the government. They've already made a huge impact of, debutants becoming the #2 party, the main opposition in a state where they had no presence. That's no mean achievement in itself. So now they don't, in opposition, you can still continue to criticize, still get away with being, a bit outlandish, a bit irresponsible, if I could say so. So were they in government, it would have been very difficult for them. It would have been a bit like what is happening to Imran Khan's Tehreek-e-Insaf. They formed a government in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and everything that they had promised, they've had to go back on most of the stuff. So this way, they still have a bit of elbow room. Of course, they will have to conduct themselves a bit differently, but nonetheless.
Maruk, it breaks the long-standing Congress rhetoric.
Just a reminder to our viewers at this point, Sheila Dikshit is likely to speak any time now. We know that she sent her resignation. Go ahead.
It breaks the Congress rhetoric between the fact that the Congress has been saying, and the Rahul Gandhi, the way he campaigned, poor India, rich India. What AAP has done is actually demonstrated that the middle class can have a substantial say in the politics. If you look at the narratives of 1980s, 1990s, even in the past 5 years, middle class was dismissed as something, as an opinion maker, but not something which could deliver political muscle.
Maruk, I think politics will never be the same again in the country, especially where there are bipolar contests between Congress and BJP. A third somebody is going to come in, and it's not the third front, but anybody who's a proxy for something like an AAP. It doesn't have to be AAP. That's going to emerge in the next 4 months. But we need to ask, are they going to have red beacons on their cars? Are they going to be accessible?
Well, that we'll see. That accessibility. But Sadanand, we're waiting for Sheila Dikshit to speak. No. Before that, we're waiting for Sheila Dikshit to speak. I beg your pardon. Is this the end of the road for her? Is this now going to be the move to a more central leadership kind of a role?
I don't think anyone who has been a 3-term chief minister, it's an end of the road. People lose elections and come back. So I don't think it's end of the road for her. But on Aam Aadmi Party, I want to add one thing about the national significance. Typically when you've had these people who are from these educated middle class backgrounds, guys like Jaiprakash Narayan, Meera Sanyal, they're seen as a bit of a joke when they're outside of mainstream politics. Arvind Kejriwal, IIT graduate, IRS officer, he represents a different kind of politician. And I think even if you disagree with his policies as I do, it's very welcome that people from that kind of middle-class striving background are beginning to enter politics and succeed.
Okay. Javed, just a quick reaction. At this point, we'll be waiting for some sound bites to come in and some interviews that our correspondents have done.
About Sheila Dikshit's
yes,
future.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Sheila Dikshit's innings in Delhi as a state politician could be over, but she will find place in the central leadership of the Congress party. She will probably be sent to the Rajya Sabha. They might decide to give a younger person a chance. There's talk of Ajay Maken, I don't know. But Sheila Dikshit will not walk away into the sunset. She has a lot to contribute, and the Congress party will probably, you might see her as one of the Congress general secretaries, and certainly in the Rajya Sabha at some point of time.